Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Time for You, where we're always nurturing presence, love, and well being in your life and giving you the opportunity to take time for yourself and your personal and spiritual development. My name is Shailia Stephens from just around the corner from Frankfurt in Germany. And today I have a very special guest. And her name is Sandra Liane Braun. Sandra, welcome. Would you like to say where you're from and say hello?
Yes, hello, Shailia. I'm from Germany too, near the French border, and yes.
And okay, I'll say a few more words about you, Sandra. So, Sandra and I, we've known each other now for lots of years. Sandra, I don't even know how many. Um, do you know?
Mm, yes, I think 7 or 8 years.
Yeah. And Sandra started out as one of my clients in business and marketing coaching. And she has become a Three Principles colleague. She is a very successful coach in Germany, and she works with people who are stressed out in their life. It's one of the main areas of her work, just people in everyday jobs and life who are just feeling stressed and overwhelmed. And we're going to talk a little bit about that today.
Mhm.
And I think Sandra wanted to say something about her English before we got started.
Yes, for me, it's a very big challenge to be here and speaking English in this podcast because I'm not a native English speaker, and especially it's not my daily business. And today, Shalia challenged me and say, Sandra, would you talk to me in English in my podcast? And my first thought was, oh my God. And I will try this, and I want that there are some special effects in my grammar, and sometimes I looking for words, and I'm sure that Shelia will help me.
Definitely, definitely. Thank you, Sandra. So, what I first want to dive into is your own journey in the three principles. Because that's a lot. That's basically what we talk about in this podcast. We hide it, like Leah and I try to act like we're having a friendship conversation, and we just disguise the three principles. We stick them in there in the conversation. And mm, my question to you is, what was your entry into this understanding, and maybe some of the first insights that you had that created a transformation in your life? I'm sure that's really interesting for people to hear about.
Oh yes, my first insight. I talk very often about this in my coachings.
Mm.
it, because a first great insight is so impactful for other people. And I remember a session in our 3P transformation coaching training. We have a session with Dick Bettinger.
Hmm.
It was it was in a time in which I was very, very sad because my father was sick, and I'm very full of anger, angst,
Yeah, fear, full of
and
fear.
fear, full of fear. And we are in this meeting with Dick Bettinger, and he asked, "How are you?" And I told about my fear and about my father, and Dick just listen.
Mm.
And then he spoke to me, and he said something like, sometimes we we catch one thought, and we don't can see that we catch this thought.
Mm. We
And
hold, do you mean
in this
we hold on to the thought? Is that what you mean?
hold, yes, hold on a thought, yes,
We don't see we're holding on to it. Okay.
yes. And in this moment, I feel, oh, there's something true in this what he say, but I don't understand what he mean. But at this time, I know, don't think about it. Don't think about what he said. Don't think about your feeling. Be with this feeling. And in the follow night, I have a dream. And this dream I dreamed since 18 years. Not every night, but every some weeks or months. And the dream was that every time in this dream I go back to my old company where I work for,
Hmm.
and at this time it was 18 years later. I go back to this company and work there. And that's what every time it was a little bit crazy because I forgot so much things in this profession. And after hearing Dickens' words, the dream, there was a new story in this dream. I go back to the company, go to my boss, Chefin,
Hmm. Yeah, boss.
a woman, and I said to her, thank you for all. Thank you for all the things I learned, and thank you for all your chances, the chances I get from you. Thank you, but now I go.
Mm.
and and in this dream, I go outside the office, and ich weinte.
I cried.
I cried a lot, and but it feels so a lot of lighter.
Hmm.
And after the dream in the morning, I think, what's that? What's that? What happens?
Mm.
And I don't know if it was in the same moment or some hours later. There was a moment with an what's the word for aha moment?
An aha moment. The same, same.
Okay, same thing. Okay, there there was a moment. So, oh, 18 years I holding on the sword. Help me, ich bin ihr etwas schuldig. I am.
I owe her something. I owe my boss something.
Mhm. Okay.
You held on to that
And
thought. I owe her something.
yes, um, suddenly I can see this. And in the same moment, I thought, oh my dear, which other thoughts I hold on my my whole life, and I can't see it. And that was a great insight for me. How many other thoughts I hold on and I can't see it.
Hmm.
And in the next moment, I can see that I hold on the thought, Ähm, Please help me. Ich verliere meinen Vater.
I'm losing my father.
I'm losing my father, thanks. Over weeks, I hold on this thought, I'm losing my father. And over these thoughts, I told a lot of stories.
Hmm.
Stories like I lose him, so I have to see him nearly every day, to be with him, to die Zeit nutzen,
Yeah, to use the time.
to use the time. And the next thought was, oh my dear, when I drive every day to him, he think, um, now I'm dying and now she's here every day. Yes. What did she do? The, one thought and a lot of stories about these thoughts.
Yeah.
And that was a great insight. In this moment I can see, oh my dear, there are a lot of thoughts I holding on since many years and told me a lot of stories
Hmm.
about this one thought.
Oh, yeah.
And wow, it was it was like, oh, that's all? That's easy.
Mm.
That was the this was the start of a great transformation.
Mm. Yeah.
Make it sense?
Well, it makes a lot of sense to me. I'm a three principles person. Yeah, so absolutely. I mean, I'll put it into more to other words, we're always just saying
Yes.
the
Yeah.
same thing with other words anyway the whole time. We're just that's what we do all
Yes.
day. Yeah, you're pointing to, the beautiful principle of thought. We all think thoughts. That's
Mm,
universally true for all humans, right? Um, we could let those thoughts just pass through us like an energy passing through
mm,
our field of consciousness, our self.
mhm,
And sometimes we don't let thoughts pass through.
mm,
Instead, we grab hold of them
mhm,
and we do a lot of extra thinking about
mhm.
them
Yes. Yes.
that and we do it innocently because we didn't even notice we were doing it. Like
Yes.
you said, wow, I didn't even know that I was doing that. We don't necessarily even notice it or realize it. And then when we hold on to thoughts that aren't serving us, we suffer inside. We feel suffering. And
Yes.
in your story, I hear you waking up to that fact. And like for people who aren't on the watching the video, I'm holding my fist like I'm holding a thought, and then when you open your hand and you let it go, it just releases back into the all one energy, and
Yes. And in the
every
present moment.
yeah,
Yes. And after seeing this, I can see it in a lot of other Lebensbereichen.
other areas of life.
Yes, I can see it in my relationships, in a relationship to my husband, to my mother, to a friend, that I am hold on thoughts and telling a lot of stories about it.
Mm,
That that makes so much relationship so much easier
mm,
because Ich streite nicht mehr so viel mit meinem Mann. Please help me to say it in English.
I don't fight as much or as often with my husband. Yeah.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. Um, I, I do, I feel more the love. I feel more our true connection.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I can see him or I can see my mother and
Mm-hmm.
don't don't must tell a lot of stories by myself about her
Mm.
or about me. Yes,
Mm.
yes. And you talk about universal thought.
Mm-hmm.
What I also can see after that, I feel my thoughts.
Yeah.
I feel, or more, I feel my thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I feel my thinking, and mm, suddenly it was not so important what I think.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And after this insight, um, I sit there with this insight and um, watching myself, watching other people. I see my storms in my head. I see storms in other heads.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I began to see there is much more in our lives. There is this principle mind. We
Mm-hmm.
say mind. And at this time, for me, mind was intuition. What's the word in English? Intuition? Intuition?
Intuition. Intuition. Yeah.
Yes. Um, and today I can see it's much more than intuition.
Mm. Well, let's talk about that.
Um,
Tell us what you're seeing about that, Sandra, because
yes,
I know you've been seeing a lot about that in the last year, for sure.
yes, I'm
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I'm too.
Mm.
Yes, what's mind? Today I know it's my and our all essence of life. It's our personal true or trueness.
Trueness, our truth, or our trueness. Yeah.
Yes, our personal trueness, our personal essence, a universal essence,
Mm-hmm.
which is connected with all other people on the world. Mind is love. I am love. You are love. We are peace. I am peace. You are peace. I can see peace is not in me, like I learned it years before. I am peace.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not easy to find to find words um, to say what we mean. It's a feeling. It's a feeling. I see this universal source in us, a source which always in a flow, always.
Mm-hmm.
if we um, loslassen,
If we let go.
if we let go our thoughts,
Hmm.
then there is the connection to this universal source.
Hmm.
Then we are in flow, then we feel energy, then we feel, um, yes, love and peace and Vertrauen,
Trust.
trust, yes. And this is much more than intuition.
Yes. Yes. Quite a bit more. Yes.
Mm.
Hmm.
Ask me something, Shailia.
Yeah, I'm going to. I just wanted to give you the space to express.
Mm.
Well, first I want to say thank you for sharing that. It was so, so beautiful. And you don't know what this is like for me and to have this moment with you, Sandra,
Mm.
because you mentioned our coach training that we did, Leah
Mm.
Vanley and I who do the podcast together usually. We
Mm.
we train transformative coaches between 2020 and the end of 2022 in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, and that's the program that Sandra was referencing. And Sandra, I remember
Yes.
when we started our training and you came in, and
Mm.
I think you were one of the 10 or 11 people that joined that year that really didn't have a lot of contact with the three principles. Just
Yes.
yeah, and it was a three principles based coach training.
Yes.
And so you have no idea how many conversations Leah and I had in the background. And the question was always like, how can we support Sandra in seeing more? How can we support Sandra in seeing more? Because
Mm.
we knew, you know, that's the basis for anybody who wants to be a three principles coach is that they have their own three principles grounding, right?
Mm.
And when I look at where you are today, and now we're in August or what's today? Are we already in August, or is it just shortly before? I don't even know the date. Maybe
I
it's
don't know.
the last day of July.
Last July, yes.
Yeah, 2/25, the 31st of July. Wow, I just have to say, what a transformational journey you've been through personally. How many insights you've had, how much your understanding has grown, and what a gift that is for you as a
Oh, yes.
coach for your clients.
Oh,
And
yes.
not because you weren't coaching before you came onto the coach training. Guys, you have to know Sandra was already a coach and trainer and a really good one. But she was interested in being really transformational in the world and in her work and in her own life. She wanted more peace.
Yes.
Yeah. So it just touches me and it fills my heart with joy just to listen to you speak so
Mm.
eloquently, so full of feeling about
Mm.
this understanding. That's a beautiful thing. And
Yes.
I thought maybe we could take a curve in the road, so to speak, going like and
Mhm.
and talk about your work because I think it might be just interesting to other people. Maybe there's someone today listening from America or the UK. You know, the question is, and we had this yesterday. I sent you, sorry about that too. I sent you last minute an invitation yesterday
Yes.
like as it was starting, I'm sending you the invitation to come to this 3P and alcohol addiction conference that we were holding in the Naki Valley refugee camp and online. And we had a special guest
Yes.
from America. And Sandra was like, thank you for this invitation. It's kind of last minute. I'm like, yes, it's very last minute. But
Oh,
the thing that was interesting for the men and women at the refugee camp are like, what are people in New York stressed about? Why are they drinking alcohol and taking heroin? Why are they ending up in the emergency room at Dr. Josh Schwartzbaum's emergency room?
mm,
And I think people might be interested to know what in the heck are people stressed about in Germany when they're living an everyday life? What are some things that you hear in your everyday coaching practice
yes,
from the German people?
yes. Oh, they are stressed from his jobs.
Hmm.
They are stressed from their families. Um, they are stressed from herself. And people who come to me, they are um, in a low energy. They are in a state of no sleeping. They are very, very tired. Um, Often they are full of fear and panical attacks. Is this the right word?
They're experiencing panic attacks. Yeah.
Mm. And often one of the most sentences I hear is, um, I need a new job, then I'm not stressed. If I change my job, then my life is lighter
Easier,
and
easier.
every easier,
Hmm.
easier. Thank you.
Hmm.
And every time I say, stop, wait a minute, don't think this, because I know most of them, after working with me, most of them are falling in love with their jobs again. And I said 8 of 10 are falling in love with their jobs again.
Falling back in love with their job
Falling back in love, yes.
with the job
Say
they're already in, so they're not
yes,
moving to a different job or a career.
yes,
Hmm.
yes. And the other two people, they are, after working with me, in a state of um, calmness, um, trust, in a state of knowing, in a state of um, knowing about the life, knowing about being a human.
Hmm.
And then they are very clear and can say, okay, yes, I have to change my job.
Hmm.
And now I'm sure and I'm in trust and I'm I'm back in my energy. I'm back in my Stärke, straightness,
No, I'm back in
my power.
my strength or my power. Hmm.
Right. Yes, yes. And these are moments where I very thankful because I know, okay, they really can see what happens in in every human. What's this principal thought? This principal mind and this principal consciousness? How impactful this is to see how a human being works in an easy way
Hmm.
without a lot of tools. We all tried in our life meditation, running, sports, journaling, and a lot of other things, um, to feel more lightness in our life, to feel life easier, to be happy in life. All the tools are in us. And when we see how human being really works on a natural way, we don't need all these tools. They are helpful. They are very helpful, but they can see I don't need this. The best tools are in myself, in my human nature. And when they falling back in love with herself, oh, that is great.
Mm. Yeah. I want to ask you.
And find
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Sandra. Didn't want to interrupt you.
and when they find her own true, her own trust, her own source of energy, her love and her peace and her freedom, that's every time a present for me.
Hmm. Yeah. So I'd love to look there a little closer and see what you think about it. So what I'm hearing you say is something that's very different than how the majority of Western society has learned to think about happiness. Um, we hear or we learn that happiness is outside of ourself, you know, that we
Mm-hmm.
that it's in having a perfect job that doesn't have too much stress and a nice boss and nobody bothering me. We believe that happiness lies in a full bank account. So I have, I can always get everything I need to buy a partner in life who's behaving and doing what I want and saying what I want. And if any of those things are off, then I have a reason to be unhappy. And
Mm-hmm.
what I heard when you were talking was, no, wait, they didn't leave their job. 8 out of 10 people didn't leave their job. And something shifted within inside themselves that
Mm-hmm.
changed their experience of being in the job they were in. And
Yes.
this is so important, and it's something that we talk about a lot in the refugee camps in 3P in Africa, or in, with the widows or the orphan children. Um, you know, we could look at them and say they have terrible circumstances. They should be
Oh,
unhappy.
yes.
And
Mm-hmm.
what they learn is, no, it's an inside job. It's inside out. Happiness
Mm-hmm.
resides within me. It's for free. I can
Mm-hmm.
access it at any time. And so I just wanted to hear your thoughts on
Yes.
the inside out nature of living as a human being on the earth.
Yes. And that's so a good message. It's inside you, because inside me I can do a lot of, but I can't do a lot of in the outside.
Hmm.
And inside me doesn't mean I have to go back um, into my childhood and in all the stories um, which are in my childhood. The father, the mother, what they do wrong. We don't need to go back in this time. Um, we are working here and now. In this moment, we only have this moment. We only live in this moment. You said a sentence many years ago. You said, um, you are in your head or you are in life.
Yeah.
Yes. And every moment we feel fear or insecurity, we are we are in the Zukunft,
We're in the future, in the story of the future,
story of the future, or in the story of the, help me, Vergangenheit,
the past.
the past. Thanks. Yes. And we can feel this every moment. If you are secure, unsecure, or in a fear, or sad, you can see that your thoughts are in a story in the future or in a story in the past. And you have this great tool of consciousness in you and around you, which show up on this. Isn't this isn't this isn't this great? It's such a gift to see this. And it's going deeper than um, psych, positive positive psychology.
Mm-hmm.
It's going deeper than every concept I learned before in my coaching trainings and at schools. It's going deeper. It's going in our true nature, in our true nature of God, in our true essence. I remember Sid Banks say, as when he has this experience, he can see the true meaning of God.
Mm-hmm.
And today I understand what Sid mean, the true meaning of God. Today I know God isn't someone in heaven or someone I don't know where. God, we are God. God, the essence of God is in us. We can feel this every moment if the personal thoughts take away. And we don't talk about any religion. We talk about the spiritual nature of God. That's so peaceful
Mm-hmm.
and no end.
Full stop.
It's obvious.
Yeah, yeah. That's so good. That's so good. So I had an interesting conversation with a client today, Sandra, one of my coaching clients. And we hear this also a lot in 3P in Africa. You talked about seeing that one of the keys to inner peace is not holding on to hurting thoughts or fearful thoughts. And you talked about today on the other side of letting go, we realize our we realize that God is in us. We realize our spiritual nature and that we feel that feeling of love and peace that it is. And so that's how they're connected, how the psychological nature of a human being is connected to the spiritual nature of a human being. That's what you told us today. And I think anybody listening today, whether they're in a job they don't feel happy about or they're feeling stressed about anything in their life and they hear you say that, they might ask you the same thing that my client asked me today, which was, but yeah, Shelly, but how do you do it?
Yes. Oh, I know this question. Yes.
We get that a lot. And it's sometimes so hard to answer for
Mm,
for me because I, on the one hand, you can just do it.
mm,
There is kind of a how,
yes.
and on the other hand, there's not. So, but I don't I get bored of hearing myself talk about it with clients. Like, what do you say to your clients?
Oh, yes, I know this question, and I can feel the question. I can feel them. Um, yes, what do I say to my clients?
Hmm.
I have to be in a present moment to answer this question.
Let me say something before you answer, because
Yes.
and I don't want to use you as an example.
Mm,
So today, when you started off talking about listening to Dickon,
mm,
I think what's in there for people to hear is you were listening,
mm,
you were listening.
mm-hmm,
And why that's so important is we can only listen to
mm,
others or within
mm-hmm.
when we're not listening to our busy mind, our
Yes,
our racing thoughts.
yes.
So one part of the how is listen within,
Mm,
yes?
mm,
And then you were listening and something Dickens said resonated with
yes,
inside of yourself. Like you
yes,
had a seeing within.
yes, yes, that's it.
You had a
Yes,
seeing within. And then that seeing within, it continued to unfold itself in your dreams. Dreaming is just thinking while you're sleeping, or
yes,
it's
yes.
just looking in with it while you're sleeping.
Mm,
And there you saw more.
mm,
And
yes,
when you woke up, you saw more.
yes.
And isn't that how it always somehow works?
Mm,
We gain an insight around something, and it just keeps unfolding like a flower opening its petals
yes, yes,
until we get it. Oh, I'm holding on to this thought and this thought and this thought and this thought. And you in your story had a really real realization, like a lived experience within yourself of realization about the principle of thought.
yes,
And it shifted everything, right?
yes, yes.
So that's the actual
Uh,
how. Yeah, go ahead.
yes. And mostly I start the coaching with some words. Um, I describe them what it means, what's deep listening,
Mhm.
um, to hear with the heart. Try to hear with your heart. Um, don't follow the thoughts. They think about what does she mean, what um, what could it mean for me. Um, take away your thoughts. When I talk to you, hear and be aware for your own thoughts, and in every present moment come back to me and hear. And if you have have a feeling, a good feeling. Stay in this feeling and don't ask in your head, what does it mean? What does it mean for me? Stay in this feeling, be okay with this feeling, even if your head don't understand what it means, because our heart often is much faster than our head.
That's true. Yeah.
Yes, and mostly I see big eyes. What does she mean? And and I often say, sorry, I often say, don't try to understand your feeling. Be in this feeling and be okay with not knowing what it means. Then there is a space for an insight.
Yeah.
Then there is a field of consciousness that is open for you. There could be my wisdom fall on your wisdom, far away from all your Wissen,
Your
all your
knowledge,
knowledge,
all your knowledge.
far
Yeah.
away your knowledge. Yes. Um, don't try to understand, and they begin to understand what I mean because they feel, really they feel. And after a coaching session, especially after the first coaching session, I said to them, you have a homework. It's no homework.
Mm.
Go outside, go into your life and be your own Beobachter. What's the word?
Your own observer.
Genau. Be your own observer in your daily business, in your life. Observe how thoughts come and how thoughts go, that there's nothing to do. Be be kind to you. Be lovely with yourself. Be neugierig.
Be curious.
Be curious about what's happened in you, what shows up in you. Be curious. Say, oh, look, I I have a thought. Oh, my feeling is bad. That's okay. Do it like try it like this way, and show what happens.
Mm.
That's the first step for them when they go home. Being her own observer with the insight they have without that they know they have an insight.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
I do, but I'm not sure everyone does. And that's
Yes.
okay. And that's okay. Nobody has to understand that. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I love that explanation. I might borrow that from you. That's really good. Yeah, that's beautiful. Well, I feel like now's a good time to wrap it up for today. We've talked about so much. Sandra, does that feel good to you? Does it feel round, or do you want to add something that needs to be said?
No, no, I think it's okay. It's okay, and I'm fine. It was my challenge, and I feel good. We can stop. Yes, it's fine. It's a round story.
Very good. Okay. I was gonna ask you at the end, was it as hard as you thought it would be to speak in English? How did it go?
You know the answer.
I want to hear it anyway.
It
Come
was
on.
it was not that hard for me. I don't know if it was hard for all the people who hear this.
No, it wasn't hard at all. I think what I love so much um, about speaking about the three principles, then it's not your mother tongue. It slows you way down.
Yes,
It it makes things simple. You can't talk more complicated when it's not your
yes,
mother tongue, and
that's right.
it makes it easier to understand if not harder, easier.
Mm.
So I love it, and I love today's conversation. I loved it. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your wisdom with us. I hope you'll come back again, and then maybe next time I don't have to twist your arm so much. Um, so for those people who are in Germany, Switzerland, or Austria who are listening to the podcast and can read German, Sandra, do you want to tell them where they can find you online, your website, and I don't know, social media or something?
Yes. Okay, they find me on LinkedIn with my name, Sandra Liane Braun, or on my website, um, sandralianebraun.com. Oh no, .de. Now I'm international. Oh, it's .de.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
And
Thank you so much for invitation and your trust in me, in my English. It's a great moment for me.
hmm,
Yes.
thanks, Sandra. Okay, guys, for all the rest of you still here and listening, thank you so much for listening in today and being a part of our experience together here on this planet, our transformative conversation. We hope that you really loved it, enjoyed it, got something out of it. If you did, tell a friend. Share the podcast with a family member or someone you know that you think might need it. Someone in a difficult job situation who thinks they have to quit to feel happy, for example, just as one example. And follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcast. And hopefully, we'll hear you again soon. Until then, bye bye.
Bye bye.